Seema Yashwant Pai from Nirmal classes. This is the third part of speech, that is verb. I have already sent you two videos on part of speech, that is noun and pronoun. Today our third part is verb. Today I am going to explain it in a very simple way that you should not have any confusion in the future. Okay? Now see. What is a verb? What is a verb? What is the definition of a verb? Okay? Now see. A verb is a word that refers to actions. I repeat, a verb is a word that refers to actions. Now let us see different kinds of verbs. I am going to explain you 10 kinds of verbs. Okay? Now see, first one is action verbs. As their name says, they are used to refer actions. I repeat, as their name says, they are used to refer actions. For example, sit, stand. If I say you sit, you are going to sit. If I say you stand, you are going to stand. It means some action is going on. That's why it is known as action verbs. Then stative verb. They refer to conditions or state of being. They do not refer to actions. They describe qualities, states of existence, opinion, beliefs and emotion. I repeat, they refer to conditions or state of being. They do not refer to actions. They describe qualities, states of existence, opinion, beliefs, emotion. Example, love, want, or etc. Now let us see it in detail. Okay? My car needs some maintenance. My car needs some maintenance. Ravi loves Madhu. Radha hates him. Now see, here no physical action when we talk about needs, loves, hates. No physical action. That is why it is known as stative verbs. Okay? If I say, I appreciate you. Is there any physical action? No. If I say, may Lord Ganesha bless you. Is there any physical action? No. So they are known as stative verbs. Now our third form is transitive verbs. Transitive verbs. A verb which requires an object to complete its sense is called a transitive verbs. A verb which requires an object to complete its sense is called a transitive verb. For example, the boys watched a movie. Now see, here the verb is watched. If I say the sentence up to here, the boys watched, it won't make any sense. If I say Sham ate what? Now see, if you put a underline for the verb and if you ask what, you should get the answer. The boy watched what? A movie. Sham ate what? An ice cream. It means it requires an object. This is object, this is object. That's why it is known as transitive verb. Now our next verb is intransitive verb. Here a verb that does not require an object and makes complete sense by itself. A verb that does not require an object and makes complete sense by itself is called the intransitive verb. For example, Sham ate slowly. Now see, Sham ate. Even if you don't say slowly, it will make sense. Ram shouted. Okay, Ram shouted. Ram shouted loudly. Even if you don't say slowly, loudly, it will make sense. Then it is known as intransitive verb. Here in this sentence, you don't have any object. But here in transitive verbs, you have an object. You have to check if there is an object in the sentence, then it is transitive verb. And if you don't have an object, then it is known as intransitive verb. Now next one is linking verb. Linking verb. It is used to link the subject to the rest of the sentence. I repeat, it is used to link the subject to the rest of the sentence. For example, now see, the lotus is the national flower of India. Here, the lotus is subject, is verb, the national flower of India is complement. Here, the verb is links subject to the complement. If you say the lotus, the national flower of India, no, it won't make any sense. The lotus is, that is why it is known as linking verb. Now see, another example is here. The girl is beautiful. The girl subject is verb, beautiful complement. The verb is, it joins the subject to the complement. So this is known as linking verb. Linking verb. Now next is, the sixth one is auxiliary verb or helping verb. Auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. They may be said to help the main verb which comes after them. I repeat, they may be said to help the main verb which comes after them. For example, Sham was going to market. Now was, it is helping verb. Going, main verb. Now whenever you use is, was, have, am, are, they are helping verb. But when you use words like teaching, going, singing, they are main verb. Okay. Now our seventh kind of verb is modal verb. Verbs which are usually used with another verb to express ideas such as possibility, necessity, permission, obligation, ability. I repeat, verbs which are usually used with another verb to express ideas such as possibility, necessity, permission, obligation, ability. For example, you should do your homework. Should, it shows obligation. I can do 10 sums within 20 minutes. Can, it shows your ability. Okay, so it is known as modal verbs. Now, eighth is finite and non-finite verbs. I repeat, finite and non-finite verbs. A verb which has a subject and shows tense, it is known as finite verb. It change form according to number, person of the subject. Now listen to me carefully. It is a little complicated one. It changes its form according to number and person of the subject. Now I explain you. Ram lives in London. Okay. Now it is a finite verb. Why? Now see. Ram is the third person. Ram lives in London. Now if I use first person, I live in London, it will change. We live in London, it will change. That is why it is known as finite verb. Now see, I will write here, the children play cricket. Okay, but if this is the if I say I play cricket, okay, we play cricket, but if I use he in the third person, he plays cricket, she plays cricket, this will change, no? And if it change according to number and person of the subject, then it is known as finite verb. Now what is non-finite verb? Verbs which do not change their form according to number and person of the subject. I repeat, the verbs which do not change their form according to number and person of the subject. They may be in the form of infinitive, gerund and participles. Now I shall explain it. Now see, they were dancing. Dancing is non-finite verb because they were dancing. Okay, now I have written here the verbs do not change their form according to number and person of the subject. Now if you write here third person he was dancing, it won't change. She was dancing, it won't change. I was dancing, it won't change. When the verbs won't change according to number and person of the subject, then it is known as non-finite verb. Now see, children like to play cricket. To play. Now listen to me. Children like. If I say he likes to play cricket, then also it won't change. She likes to play cricket, then also it won't change. I like to play cricket, it won't change. When it won't change, then it is known as non-finite verb. Now our ninth verb is regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are the verbs whose past tense and past participle are formed by simply adding d or ed. I repeat, regular verbs are those verbs which past tense and past participles are formed. Again I repeat, regular verbs are those verbs whose past tense and past participle are formed by simply adding d or ed. For example, look, looked, looked, ed, ed. Dance, danced, danced, ed, ed. But irregular verbs are those forms whose past tense and past participle change in a different way. For example, know, knew, known. K-N-O-W, K-N-E-W, K-N-O-W-N. Ring, rang, rung. R-I-N-G ring, R-A-N-G rang, R-U-N-G rung. Now our last kind of verb is phrasal verb. Phrasal verb. A verb becomes a phrasal verb with the addition of one preposition or an adverb or both. A verb becomes a phrasal verb with the addition of one preposition or one adverb or both. For example, cheer up. Now see, this is verb. Cheer up. This is adverb. In the same way, write down, shut down, closed down, show off. Another one, look after. All these are known as phrasal verbs. Now see, I have explained it in a very, very simple way. So in future you don't have any confusion about this topic. So I have already sent two, and this one is the third one. And you go through it, and if you like it, please subscribe my channel and like it also. Okay, and wait for our next video, that is adverb and part 4. Okay, wait for our next video. Thank you.